Imagine a tiny, unassuming creature creating a superfood for your plants, more potent and beneficial than almost anything you can buy. This isn't science fiction, it's the real-life magic of worm castings. While you've been searching garden centers for the perfect fertilizer, spending countless dollars on synthetic amendments and wondering why your plants aren't thriving like your neighbors, the answer has been literally underground all along. Prepare to uncover the astonishing secrets of why this often overlooked soil amendment is quite literally garden gold and how it can revolutionize your growing experience forever. Let's get straight to the point. Worm castings are worm poop. But before you wrinkle your nose, understand that this natural byproduct represents one of nature's most sophisticated recycling systems. When earthworms consume organic matter, they process it through their digestive system, transforming kitchen scraps, decaying leaves, and other organic waste into dark, crumbly, nutrient-rich granules that look remarkably like premium coffee grounds. This isn't just any ordinary waste product. Through the process of vermicomposting, worms create what scientists call black gold, a perfectly balanced, pH-neutral soil amendment that contains everything your plants need to flourish. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that can burn delicate root systems or create nutrient imbalances, worm castings deliver their benefits gently and consistently, making them impossible to overuse. The transformation that occurs inside a worm's digestive tract is nothing short of miraculous. As organic matter passes through their system, beneficial bacteria and enzymes break down complex compounds into forms that plants can immediately absorb. What emerges is a concentrated powerhouse of nutrition that surpasses traditional compost in both nutrient density and biological activity. This is why experienced gardeners often refer to castings as the difference between feeding your plants and truly nourishing them. The nutrient profile of worm castings reads like a plant's wish list come true. These tiny granules contain higher concentrations of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium than most commercial fertilizers, but here's the crucial difference. These nutrients are released slowly and naturally as plants need them. While synthetic fertilizers often create a feast or famine scenario that can shock or burn plants, castings provide steady, consistent nutrition that supports sustained growth throughout the growing season. The superiority of worm castings becomes immediately apparent when you compare plants side by side. Gardens treated with castings consistently produce plants with thicker, stronger stems that can support heavier fruit loads without staking. The foliage develops a deep, vibrant green that signals optimal chlorophyll production, while root systems expand more extensively, creating plants that are naturally more drought-resistant and better able to access nutrients from the surrounding soil. Perhaps most impressive is the impact on flowering and fruiting. Plants grown with worm castings consistently produce larger, more abundant blooms that last longer and display more intense colors. Vegetable gardeners report significantly increased yields, with tomatoes that are not only larger but also more flavorful, and leafy greens that remain tender and sweet well into the season. This isn't just marketing hype, it's the result of plants receiving optimal nutrition in the most bioavailable form possible. While the nutrient content of worm castings is impressive, the real magic happens at the microscopic level. Each gram of worm castings contains, millions of beneficial microorganisms. These include bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that create a thriving ecosystem in your soil. These microscopic allies work tirelessly, day in and day out, to improve soil structure, enhance nutrient cycling, and protect your plants from those nasty disease-causing pathogens. Now let's talk about how the microbial community in worm castings acts as your soil's immune system. These beneficial organisms colonize the root zone, forming protective barriers that, prevent harmful bacteria and fungi from gaining a foothold. Research has shown that plants grown in soil amended with worm castings experience significantly lower rates of common diseases like damping off, root rot, and various leaf blights. This natural disease suppression means you can reduce or even eliminate the need for chemical fungicides while keeping your plants healthier. The soil structure improvements created by these microorganisms are, honestly, equally remarkable. As beneficial bacteria and fungi establish themselves in your soil, they produce sticky substances that bind soil particles together. This creates stable aggregates that improve drainage in clay soils, while increasing water retention in sandy soils. This improved soil structure also enhances aeration, allowing roots to penetrate more easily and access the oxygen they need for, optimal growth. The beauty of worm castings lies not just in their effectiveness, but in their versatility and ease of use. For established garden beds, simply apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of castings around plants as a top dressing, then gently work it into the top few inches of soil. This method provides slow-release nutrition throughout the growing season, while improving soil structure and water retention around your plant's root zones. When starting seeds or transplanting, mixing worm castings directly into your potting soil creates an ideal growing medium. Use a ratio of about 25% castings to 75% quality potting mix for most plants, though heavy feeders like tomatoes and peppers can handle up to 50% castings. This rich mixture provides young plants with gentle nutrition that won't burn tender roots while establishing the beneficial microbial community they need for healthy development. For an immediate nutrition boost, create worm tea by steeping a cup of castings in a gallon of water for 24 hours. Then strain and use as a liquid fertilizer. This nutrient-rich brew can be applied directly to soil or used as a foliar feed, providing plants with instantly available nutrition. The liquid form is particularly valuable during periods of rapid growth or stress, when plants can benefit from immediate nutritional support. Container gardeners will find worm castings particularly valuable, since potted plants quickly deplete available nutrients and really benefit from the sustained nutrition that castings provide. It's a good idea to mix castings into your container soil at planting time, and then just supplement with monthly top dressings to maintain optimal growing conditions throughout the whole season. The long-term benefits of incorporating worm castings into your gardening practice extend far beyond just immediate plant health improvements. As you build soil biology and improve soil structure, you're actually creating a self-sustaining ecosystem that needs fewer inputs over time. Healthy soil retains moisture more effectively, which reduces irrigation needs, while the enhanced microbial activity keeps cycling nutrients naturally, so you'll end up relying less on external fertilizers. The environmental impact of choosing worm castings over synthetic alternatives really cannot be overstated. By supporting vermicomposting operations or even starting your own worm bin, you're participating in a closed-loop system that diverts organic waste from landfills and, at the same time, creates valuable soil amendments. This sustainable approach to gardening not only reduces your carbon footprint, but also builds soil health for future generations. Starting your own vermicomposting system is surprisingly simple, and, honestly, it can provide a steady supply of castings for even large gardens. A basic worm bin requires minimal maintenance once it's established, processing kitchen scraps and yard waste into valuable castings within just a few months. For gardeners who prefer to purchase castings, supporting local vermicomposting operations helps build sustainable community food systems, while also ensuring access to fresh, high-quality amendments. The economic advantages become apparent pretty quickly when you consider the multiple benefits worm castings provide. Rather than purchasing separate fertilizers, soil conditioners, and disease prevention products, worm castings address all these needs in a single amendment. The improved plant health and increased yields more than compensate for the initial investment, while the reduced need for replacement plants and chemical inputs provides ongoing savings. The power of worm castings isn't just theory, it's a practical reality that thousands of gardeners have discovered and embraced. From small container gardens to large market farms, growers who understand the value of this garden gold consistently produce healthier, more productive plants with less effort and fewer problems. Your plants are waiting for the nutrition they truly deserve, and your soil is ready to transform into the thriving ecosystem it was meant to be. Don't let another growing season pass without experiencing the remarkable benefits that worm castings can provide. Whether you're battling poor soil, struggling with plant diseases, or simply want to take your garden to the next level, worm castings offer the natural solution you've been searching for. Ready to give your garden the gold standard treatment it deserves? If this guide has opened your eyes to the incredible potential of worm castings, make sure to subscribe to the Humus Heritage channel for more game-changing gardening insights. Share this knowledge with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover what truly healthy soil can do for their plants. Your garden transformation starts now, and your plants will thank you with the most abundant, healthy growth you've ever experienced.